A woman of distinction in my life. Ana Felicia Rodriguez, born on Thursday, April 2nd, 1964, in St. Felix, Venezuela. After being born, she was taken in and named by her biological father, Ramon Rodriguez, after a song called Ana Felicia that he really liked. Ana was housed at a friend of her father's, Carmen Esqueda, whom raised Ana. Most of Anna's vivid memories include both her non-biological mother and biological father, but one of her first consists of her mom, Carmen, drinking and conversing with a friend at the kitchen table. Anna grew up in an average one-floor house with 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a spacious backyard. Anna's bedroom was a simple, plain white room with lots of toys and posters up. She lived in a flat neighborhood full of fruit trees, humble but nosy people, where everyone knew each other and where kids played in the street. Everyone was on the same level, money and social class-wise. Her mom was the ever so typical stay-at-home mom, and her husband worked to pay the bills. Most of the money spent was exclusively for household and personal necessities or vacations. Anna loved playing in the street and visiting her grandma's house for vacations. Anna didn't have a consistent allowance, but she did save up a lot. She was only responsible for doing good in school, cleaning around the house, paying light, gas, and water bills, as well as buying groceries with the money given to her. She was always a straight-A student, got along with everyone in the public school she attended called Unidad Educativa Rafael Medina, where she hated art class for its boring and ugly art, and loved math because of how easy it was and the friendly and respectful teacher that taught it to her. Anna has 5 sisters and 2 brothers, her being the third born. She only really got to spend time with her last born sister, Alin, whom Anna practically raised. Anna's hero as a child was her father because he kept her unlike her actual mother. The best gift Anna received was a record player with some records at the age of 11 in 1975 from her mother. Anna always wanted to have a big family on account of her growing up alone. She aspired to travel more and become a general doctor. After Anna graduated from high school, she took a 1.5-year course studying accounting at the INSE Instituto. Afterwards, at age 17, she began to work at a department store, her first job, which she cherished, since she got to be social and persuasive. Anna always made decisions based off the circumstances she was under. She soon had her first child, Linda, at age 19 in 1983 in Venezuela, giving her a random name she liked, since prior to her birth the gender was unknown. With Linda, on one occasion, Linda and her little cousin were sneaking out of the house to take her sick doll to the hospital at 7 p.m., but they were caught. Anna would normally spend holidays with her 2 sisters, Aide and Augie, and her daughter Linda in Venezuela. In 2004, at age 40, she had her second child in New Jersey, giving her a combination of her own name and Linda's name, so Alin. With Alin being a very calm kid, to Anna's surprise, Alin lit a napkin on fire with a candle flame. In New Jersey, Anna usually spent holidays with just Alin and a few cousins. One time, Anna did walk around the block with suitcases in North Bergen on New Year's Eve. From the time I was born, my mom, Anna, remembers how challenging it was to deliver me, but as a kid, she remembers me being very affectionate and talkative with her. Anna was and is content to have kids because she can always be there to support them with anything, but the hardest part was raising each of them without their father. She believes both of her kids have her optimism and positive outlook of life, but unlike her, they are very selective of who to have in their inner circle. Thanks to Anna's grandma on her dad's side, whom decided to use her last name Rodriguez instead of her husband's at the birth registry for her kids because she had birthed them. Anna has had a lot of persistence to help her obtain and achieve everything in life, both extreme and minimal circumstances. At the moment, she enjoys going to the beach or a park and listening to music, but as a kid, she enjoyed acting in plays, playing with marbles, spinning tops, and practicing sports. If she could travel to the future, she would like to see something that relates to her, to get a glimpse of how things work out for her kids. If she were to win $1 million tomorrow, she would ensure Alin has all the money she needs for college, and she would buy a house with the leftover money. She's always wanted to, but has never been on a cruise. Anna has always maintained her peaceful and optimistic character. However, what has changed for her is her purpose. After all, she has 2 kids to stay healthy for, to be there when they need her. The present is better than the past will ever be for Anna because she now has 2 daughters and 4 grandkids, maybe even more to come. In addition to that, she is now stable, giving her the opportunity to aid others. The most important thing in Anna's life are her 2 daughters, being that all she wishes is to see them at their prime in life. Anna has always trusted and depended on God, and she puts her life in His hands. She lives one day at a time, never planning a single thing, so she's never really yearned for anything. She just went with the flow of things. Growing old feels great for Anna, seeing that she feels complete, but the best part was accepting it. The most blessed moment she's had was giving birth to her daughters, although the toughest has to be being separated from her first child, but she dealt with it by supporting and contacting her from afar. If Anna could have done something differently, she would have brought her first child to the United States with her. The one thing from her childhood that profoundly affected her outlook on life was her birth mother's abandonment. Anna now has a realist outlook on life, and she doesn't let life or the people in it get to her. It's challenging to name just one thing Anna has thrown away that she wishes she hadn't, because she's done it a dozen of times. Anyways, her philosophy of life is respect others in order to get respect back. If a young person came to ask her what the most important thing to having a good life was, she would tell them to study hard to get somewhere in life, and to have self-respect to respect others. And if she had the power to solve only one world problem, it would be to get rid of the general abuse of people and animals, since she believes it shouldn't even exist. Anna would want her children and grandchildren to always remember her unconditional love for every single one of them.